Hey guys, it's Erin Hawes, and I have some thoughts. My thoughts always come to me when I'm driving. You know how some people get like the most brilliant ideas in the bathroom? No, just me? Am I the only one who's ever heard that? Mine come to me when I'm driving. It's just like where I receive the most inspiration for some reason. I always have these emotional breakdowns or breakups. Those both have negative connotations to it. Basically, I just get very emotional because I receive such massive inspiration in the car. And I tend to, because I'm in the car, I can't really record myself, but it was important to me that I share what I feel inspired to share. Some things have come up, and they're always kind of arising and surfacing, and I felt like there's probably a few people who could resonate with what I've been experiencing and my 2 cents and feedback on it. I find very few people in my life, and this kind of goes without saying that I have a lot of amazing people in my life, but very few people I have this relationship. It's a high-level context relationship. It's something that my dad and I spoke about because he happens to be one of those relationships, one of probably 3 that I can count on. Very few people in my life, very few and rare relationships that I have where I can say one thing and they know exactly what I mean. They receive it in the context that I meant it, and they don't look for any hidden message or any other interpretation of what I just said could be translated as. They receive it only as the way that I intended it. That's very rare to find in people. And what I'm realizing, a lot of things are coming together for me as I make this connection in my mind, that there are going to be more people in your life that you experience who are not going to resonate with you, who are not going to understand you and receive your context in the level that you want them to, and that the level that it was intended to. Now, to help make sense of this is what I mean. There are going to be people who you interact with, whether that's somebody in your life that's a family member or a friend. And let's put this in an entrepreneur sense, because I work with entrepreneurs a lot, or I at least interact with them a ton. That you'll have customers who hear something different than what you actually say. When you're working in customer service, that's just something to be aware of. It's the matter of like the customer is always right, because that's how they received it. That's what they're understanding from what they heard. What they heard and what you actually said could be 2 very different things. But the nature of customer service is to always make the customer happy. So in an entrepreneur sense, that you will say something and your message you think is so clear and so powerful, and all you want to do is get that message out to people. But not everybody's going to receive it. Not everybody's going to resonate with it. That doesn't mean that your message is any less powerful. It doesn't mean that your message doesn't hold significance. Just know that not everybody is your ideal client. Just like not everyone in your family, not everybody in your circle is going to receive you the way that you wanted to be received. And that's really powerful, very powerful, when you can understand that. And that's where something that really stands out to me when it comes to self-love and confidence and self-awareness is really significant, is all these quotes that you hear, but when we're in the moment, sometimes it's really hard to understand how this comes together. So I'm going to do my best to help you. You know, you've heard the quote. It says, a flower doesn't blossom in the wrong settings. That doesn't mean it has nothing to do with the flower, rather than the environment in which the flower is planted or that it is exposed to. If your surroundings aren't supporting you, if it's not understanding you at the high level context that you want to be interpreted, it has nothing to do with you. You are not flawed. Your value and your worth is immeasurable. You can't put a price on that. All you have to do is be aware that your surroundings might not be the right setting for you. And sometimes that's hard because sometimes it is family. Sometimes it's friends that you've held on to for a really long time. Sometimes it's a customer or it's somebody in your industry, a big influencer who you just don't jive with, and things are happening and things were interpreted in a different way than you said them or intended them. It has nothing to do with you. Know yourself, love yourself enough to understand that you are divine and that you have so much more worth to you than any out of context understanding could ever rectify. Again, this is showing up in my life, and my message to the world is to remind everybody of how valuable they are. And the more that I know that, the more that I learn about it, the more that I want to spread this awareness and develop my own awareness of it, the more it's challenged. And I'm very, very aware of the different surroundings and different people and different contributing factors as to why people react and don't receive me in the way that I intend and in the way that my heart is. I've been told many different things many different times from many different people, and there's always those very few people who I can come to, who I can say 2 lines to and know exactly what I mean, and I don't have to explain everything word for word, step by step, because they know me and they receive me. They see my soul, they feel my soul, and that's not anything that's questionable. And I just need everybody to remember that. So if you're experiencing something along the lines of this is meant for you. I love you. I may even be one of those people who receives you differently than you intended, but your soul resonates with me. Maybe our humans don't necessarily connect, and that's getting a little woo-woo for those people who are not open to spirituality in the way that I talk about it. But just know I see you all. I love you all. And we're here together. We're fighting this good fight together, and the goal is to get back and be one, because we all are one. You're amazing. Thanks for sticking it out 7.5 minutes. You're incredible, and I'm so grateful for all the people in my life, whether you resonate with me or not.